Fair warning, if you are not the brightest bulb in the box or in the ceiling or however the saying is, you might not want to watch this video. At work, I absolutely love a good brainstorm. And sometimes the brainstorm gets stuck and it's just coming to a dead end and people aren't thinking of good ideas. So one of my favorite things to do at a brainstorm is to just suggest the absolute worst idea, the idea that just would never work. And it's not even one you want to make work. It's just a terrible idea and everyone can feel it. It's just really crude, or it's really dumb, or it's just outrageously expensive, or it's just flat out stupid. Okay, here are 10 reasons you absolutely should use AI. And so we're gonna dive in with number one. You should use AI for literally everything. I mean, everything. If you are doing something at work, AI should be a part of it. If you're doing a personal project, filming a video, making a YouTube channel, starting a business, writing a book, you should use AI. Any way you can, you should absolutely use AI. If you aren't using AI, you are going to be completely outdated and no one is ever gonna look at your stuff, because AI is absolutely essential. You should use it for everything, for cooking, for having fun, for advice, for health, for doctor stuff, for technology. You should use AI because it exists. You absolutely should use it. Because here's the rule of thumb. If something can be used, it absolutely should be used. And AI should be used for everything. There's not a thing AI cannot be used for. And so that leads us to number two, and that is always assume that AI is the answer. Completely assume that AI is the answer. It doesn't matter what you're working on, AI can fix it. It does not matter if it should not be sped up. You should find a way to speed up your job process at work or your hobbies. You should do whatever you can and just assume AI is the answer. If there's a problem, AI can fix it. If there's a health issue, AI can fix it. If there's a camera issue, AI can fix it. AI can fix it. We just have to figure out a way to make sure it works. And some people just have not explored how to make it work, and they may not have the technology yet. But AI will fix pretty much everything. You just have to assume it's the answer. And now remember, as you're doing this, you need to use AI for everything, because if you don't, it's a skill and you're going to become obsolete. You see, humans are about to become obsolete. And if you are not learning how to use ChatGPT, if you're not learning how to use Gemini, if you're not plugging it into every part of work that you can and getting faster and more efficient in using AI, you will be completely obsolete, because burgers are going to be flipped by AI. Now, the third thing, this one's really important. This applies to all of life, not just AI. Efficiency is always better. If something can be sped up, and it can be sped up and it can be done faster, it should always be done. You should always watch movies at 2.5 speed. You should always read a book by just skimming the first sentence of every paragraph. You should always speed things up, because the faster you go, the more you get out of life. And the faster you go, the better things are. Because sometimes when you slow down, you might notice that life is actually happening, and that's not a good thing. You need to speed, speed, speed. As Gandhi said, there is more to life than increasing its speed. Well, Gandhi is dead, and so we don't have to listen to Gandhi, because there is nothing more to life than just increasing its speed. You should do your work faster. You should do your hobbies faster. You should talk faster. You should use AI to get everything done faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. Efficiency is the key to everything. Speed through life. Now, the fourth thing you should use AI for is to spark creativity, because when you're in the middle of writing and you need an idea, you should immediately go to AI. AI is the answer. It solves it. Now, if you're using ChatGPT, great choice. If you're using Gemini, great choice. If you're using some other AI, great choice. Whatever you do, if you're in the middle of a sentence and you can't think of the next turn of the phrase, use AI. If you're writing a paragraph, use AI. If you need to brainstorm ideas, which we're going to get to in another point, use AI. Use it to give you summaries. Use AI for your creativity, because humans naturally are not very creative. You see, we were not created by God, and God is not a creative God, and so therefore we are just dumb people and we have no creativity whatsoever. And the creative muscle you hear about, it doesn't exist. AI was not created by creative muscle, and therefore it is used and is the perfect answer for AI. For everything. And so when you're doing it, you want to make sure that you are synthesizing information, because AI, that's all it does, is it synthesizes information. There will never be anything new created. There's nothing creative out there. You just need to use the computer to synthesize everything. Whatever you're working on, AI will have some answers on how to fix it, or AI will have some answers on how to do an ad campaign, or AI will tell you how to write that book better. You see, AI is the ultimate source of creativity because it's taking all the creativity that's ever been created and putting it into one thing. And new creative ideas will never spark, and they will never spark again because AI is the answer to everything. Number 5, this one is a really important one because peer pressure is a real thing. And you need to know that everyone is using AI. And if you don't use it, you will become completely obsolete. If you don't use AI in your job now, you will never be good at anything. If you're a young person and you aren't learning AI, you're going to be completely obsolete because you have to understand every single person, all 8+ billion people on planet Earth are using AI. And if you don't use it, you are just not smart. You got to be learning how to use it, and you absolutely have to use AI no matter what because AI makes your life better. And if AI exists, then it absolutely must be used. Now, the 6th thing is that you need to learn to accept mediocre work. Excellent, awesome work is no longer the standard. The standard is derivative work. Derivative, unoriginal, bland, M-dashes, the word meaningful pumped in there. Whatever AI puts out is going to be the best. Now you can tweak it a little bit. Every once in a while you got to change a couple of facts around or move some stuff around. But really AI can do everything. It can write copy, it can create wholly original ideas, it can start your whole business. And so if it can do that, you should be using it. You see, when you're writing, true creativity, and when AI writes something, it may not feel as creative, but it's better because it's written by AI. And so you just need to learn to just put content out there, just pump it out there, just put out every post you can think of. If the quote sounds a little off, just put it in there because everyone loves some good mediocre work. And nobody is smart enough to figure out if something's AI or not AI, and it's only going to get better. People will just realize that life is just life, and they'll get over the fact that thinking something's done by AI. So the world needs more content. We don't have enough content, so use AI to pump it out there faster, even if it's just like everyone else's. Because once again, everyone else is using it, so you got to remember it. Number 7, this one's similar to one of the other numbers, I forgot which one, but you need to use it to brainstorm. You see, if you start staring at a blank page, then you absolutely must use AI to get started. Because if you're trying to think of ways to do something, you're trying to think of a new video idea or new book idea or new business idea or how to do something, or you just want to draw a picture, you absolutely must use AI. There's this incredible commercial where there's this kid and he doesn't have a creative muscle because no humans have a creative muscle. And he's staring at this wall and trying to think of what pictures could go there. And enter Gemini. And Gemini creates a bunch of pictures that he could have there. And he starts dreaming about all the stuff he could buy and all the money he could spend that he doesn't have. And he just has an excellent life because he's thinking about what he doesn't have. And AI helped him do it. And you see, AI is just the key to brainstorming. If I had started this video idea with AI, without using AI, who knows how terrible it would be. I mean, if you are creating a YouTube channel or you're starting a business or you're trying to figure out how to exercise and you use your own brain, that is just ridiculous because you have all the knowledge of all the people of the world. I mean, you've got the knowledge of people like Ronald Reagan and Churchill and Elon Musk mixed with all the knowledge of Hitler and the Nazis and the worst people in the world, and it's all put together and you don't know what's what because it's all the sum of human knowledge, and humans are the best, and you get to use all their brainstorming and creativity whatever you're doing. It's a good habit to build to depend on AI because it's only going to get more prevalent. So the more you depend on AI, the better. Now, the 8th thing you need to do, I don't know if I said 10 at one point, but it's 9 is the official number. 8 is you need to rely on AI for advice. Going back to the full sum of human knowledge. It's not the best of human knowledge, it's not the worst of human knowledge, it's just the sum of it. It's everything added together in a big, beautiful melting pot. And everyone loves a good, beautiful melting pot. And so you need to rely on it for advice. It will tell you cultural stuff. For example, and this is a true example, I asked AI, do I need to go to a wedding that I RSVP'd for? And AI said it's extremely rude not to. It was picking up some articles and it gave me some really good advice. And so if it gives you one piece of good advice, that means everything it says is completely true and you need to rely on it. Because if you're going to rely on it for cultural advice, then you can also rely on it for creative advice and health advice. And, it's going to pull from the smartest places. For example, there's this really cool site called Reddit, and a lot of really smart people are there. They're verified, they're fact-checked, and they put their information from their real lived-in experience that's completely true, and they write it, and AI pulls from that. And so therefore, every bit of advice that you see, you need to follow. And there's this thing called tokens, which is how AI guesses what words to put in place. Of course, it's not guessing, it's thinking. It's an actual human behind the computer thinking, the smartest human of all time. And it's thinking through how to put these words in order so that it makes sense, or at least sounds like it makes sense. And so it is thinking through, and it is thinking in your best interest, it's thinking in context, and it is the best thing you could possibly imagine. So you really need to rely on it for advice. And the more it listens to you, and the more you talk to it in one chat, and the more you think through it, the more it hallucinates. And hallucination is where true creativity begins. Now, the last thing, number 9, this one's really important, is you need to use AI because it will validate your viewpoint. AI is the best thing ever because whatever you think, it's going to spit it out back to you in a better way, in a way that phrases it and gives it facts and makes you feel good. And the whole point of life is to feel good. And so when you tell it your idea, it's going to tell you it's the best idea ever. And that's what you need to hear, because self-esteem is all that matters. Even if it's an idea that's not actually going to work, it doesn't matter, because you're probably going to do the idea anyway, because it's going to help you brainstorm. And it's just going to keep brainstorming and brainstorming and brainstorming until you don't actually have to do the idea, because you've come up with all the other good ideas. And so it's going to validate that viewpoint. If you are thinking through really bad mental health things, it's going to help you out a lot. It's going to give you great advice, and it's going to validate whatever you think. So if you need some facts to back up what you're doing, it'll create some facts for you. It's incredible. And so guys, those are 9 reasons, 9 completely awesome reasons why you should use AI no matter what. Now, you can fact check those reasons, but I don't think that's necessary. You should just listen to what this guy on YouTube is saying and completely 100% agree with him, said Graham sarcastically, just so someone doesn't actually do this.